some people are probably made aware of already. There was an attack by an individual on two Israeli individuals in America. Now, once again, this isn't about choosing a side. This is about pointing out flaws that I see in all of this stuff, in this mass manipulation that they're putting across on the TV screens to all the NPCs, and they lap her up, and then which leads to them choosing a side. Okay, that's the whole point of these. That's the whole point of TV, basically. Just keep the division going. But I'm here to point out flaws in this, right? So have a listen to this for a minute, and I'll interject like I normally do.
Really, what I have to say this evening is thank you, Mayor, to your amazing staff, Attorney General, Ms. Bondi, Chief Attorney for Washington, Judge Janine Pirro. The couple that was gunned down tonight in the name of Free Palestine. It's a young couple about to be engaged. The young man purchased a ring this week with the intention of proposing to his girlfriend next week in Jerusalem.
Two flaws that I can already see. One, when they're picking and choosing stories to show on TV, this is another classic case of it. Okay? People get shot, hundreds of people get shot and killed in the US every day. Okay? It's just the way it is. There's so many guns, people get shot every single day and unalived and stuff like this, right? But you don't see full spectacles put on like this for those people, do you? So they pick and choose, right? And they're purposely picking this one because of who were involved. It involved two Israelis being shot by a guy who is pro-Palestine. Straight away, red flag, yeah? Because all that does is heighten the tension even more. All the people out there who are pro-Palestine are going to be like, oh, you ignore hundreds of thousands of deaths and all that in Palestine, but the second two Israeli individuals get shot, you do this big spiel, right? When, yeah, they are kind of right for highlighting that, but this is intentional. This is intentional. This is to bring back the push to get people behind Israel's side of this whole thing. That's the whole point of this interview here. Two, he says the male Israeli fella, bought a ring recently and was going to propose to the girl in Jerusalem. Now that's a very specific thing to say, isn't it? Especially since this crime literally just took place today on the 22nd? On the 22nd of May, it literally just took place today, and they're already doing this report on it on TV, right? But he has these specific stats ready already. You know, how many times has a crime like this taken place and the chief police, now, I know I started by saying they don't really, like, there's so many deaths that happen with guns in America. Why don't they show all of them, or why don't they do a press conference for all of them? They do for some of them, but specific ones for specific reasons. But even when the police chiefs get up there and talk, they never have specific details like this prepared, because they always say, we can't comment any further because it might hinder the case going forward. But it's all right to mention these statistics or facts that these are saying are facts right away. Interesting, isn't it? We'll see what else he says.
They were a beautiful couple who came to enjoy an evening in Washington's Cultural Center. I will say this: we are a resilient people The people of Israel are resilient people, and the people of the United States of America are resilient people. Together we won't be afraid. Together we'll stand, and we're going to overcome moral depravity of people who think that they're going to achieve political gains through murder. On the way in, Ms. Bondi was kind enough to hand me the phone. On the other line was the President of the United States, Donald Trump, who told me that his administration is going to do everything it can possibly do to fight and end anti-Semitism and the hatred that's being directed, the demonization and delegitimization of the State of Israel. Together with President Trump, our Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, will stand together tall and firm, and we will confront this moral depravity without fear and with determination. And now we'll turn to taking care of the families of these two victims. And again, I think the American administration, and the city of Washington, and the law enforcement officers who are on this case are going to get to the bottom of it and bring justice to this city and to the people of Washington, the United States, and the people of Israel who are here feeling confident and safe in the city of Washington and around the United States of America. Thank you.
So, yeah, I just find it very bizarre that they have and are openly talking about specific details, like the man had a ring and he was ready to propose to the girl in Jerusalem, you know? But it's a big contradiction, because with most cases, if not all cases that they talk about when they're on TV, they shield that sort of information until it goes through a due process in court. But this is all being whipped up and, fast tracked. Everything's been fast tracked through, Is it a fact that Israel maybe thought that it was losing some support? So, that they're going to use cases like this to garner more support for their side? Because that's sure as hell seems what it's like to me, personal opinion. But once again, I'm not sharing this for you to pick a side. I'm just sharing my observations with these stories that they're bringing out, and how it's used, how the manipulation is used on people. Because that's a big red flag for me when they're already talking about specific things about these people, even though the attack literally just happened today, the afternoon of the 22nd, in the US.